Hey friendlies, this is a completely unplanned live stream, but I got a whole bunch of candies to give out. I've already given out some. We've had some kids come to the door. And since I'm essentially just waiting around for the girls to get back, I want to do a little live stream. There's no... Excuse me. One thing I will do... Hold on, I'm still here. I'm just going to bring my computer over just in case anyone actually comes to hang out and drops a little, oh, there's already someone. Hey, Doc. Dr. Sharp is here. Gonna put my computational apparatus right here next to the phone. Next to the phone. If you want some candy, man, you gotta get up here. Jump in a plane or jump in a car or something. What do I got here? I got M&Ms, which are just American Smarties. I got Rockets. I got Smarties, true Smarties. I have some little pumpkins. This is troubling. Eyeballs, yeah. The mighty Kit Kat. How do you like your coffee? Crisp. Did I just put that upside down? Yes I did. Coffee Crisp, the one true chocolate bar. What else do I got? Arrow. Caramel. Is it dark? Yeah, check it out. Hold on. Oh, and please note, road work. Did you see that? Did you see all that road work out there? That blinky thing right there? That's a sign telling people that this street is blocked all the way up to God knows where. Because that's fun. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I have some Rockets. I have always loved the Rockets. Not everyone likes Rockets, but it's because they just have no appreciation for the finer things in life. You know what I'm saying? I like them because I got a bit of zoom to them. So a lot of daylight? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting where you are. Up here in the frozen north. It's not really frozen yet, but Rockets. I think in the States you call them Smarties. But up here, these are Smarties. The American analog to Smarties are essentially M&Ms. They're not quite the same, but they're pretty similar. I didn't think that St. Louis or St. Louis, or however you pronounced it, was that far down. M-O. Is that Missouri? Right? St. Louis? Is it St. Louis or St. Louis? I wasn't planning to eat this, it just happened. Whoops. But yeah. My spirit is out as a witch. My wife is out as a witch as well. Tonight I'm dressed like a geek. Like a great big nerd. I was gonna dress as 2016 me, but I just couldn't get that last 20 pounds off. Yes, with the S, okay. St. Louis. Hello. Okay. Should I go? What? What? Je suis ton premier? Ouais. Just making sure there was a parent there. Hey, Serge. What you laughing about, Serge? Excuse me. Coffee crisp. And the lemon is easy. That's not really a song. I don't know what I'm doing. I do love me a coffee crisp, though. How do you like your coffee, Crisp? That's a really old advertisement, but I still remember it. Dudes, man, I'm still coughing and sneezing and everything. I don't think I'm ever going to be healthy again. Maybe it's because I keep eating crap. No, I'm not going to eat it all. That would be horrible. Oh, tea's a good drink. T-Dog. Yes, Coffee Crisp is a Canadian thing. And in fact, they tend to be a whole lot bigger than this. You know what bugs me? You know what bugs me about these little tiny chocolate bars? They call them fun-sized. But to me, the full-size ones are more fun than these puny little guys. What the hell? Fun-size, my ass. Makes no sense. I will give the chocolate bars a break for 5 minutes. Yeah, if I don't choke first. Ah, yuck. I'm so tired of being ill. Just wanted to see if I had anything cool up here to show you guys, but I kind of keep all my cool stuff down in the basement where all the bushcraft bags and stuff are. I have a few concepts for upcoming videos. What is a coffee crisp? There's like some wafer in there. I'm just gonna have to show you. In the only way I know how. It's a bunch of wafers. A little bit of pixie dust. Some epic magic. And just a little touch of universal truth. Almost makes me break out in the national anthem every time I eat one. Oh, okay. Sales and I caught the same duty tonight. What about you? What about you other guys? What's up, Dr. Sharp? You giving out candies tonight? T-Dog, same thing? You giving out some candies, or are you eating it all like I am? This is disgusting, guys. Look at this. It is. Look at that. Whoops. Okay. By the time my girls get back, I'm gonna have eaten half of this. Yeah. Loving life right now. I wish I could eat an apple or something. Excuse me. What was I talking about? I don't remember, but it was fabulous. It was hilarious. I don't really remember what it was. So, I looked here. So I wanted to say, do I have anything fabulous up here to show the guys? No, of course not, because I keep it all downstairs so I don't get in trouble with the missus. Yeah, oh well. Next time I'll bring an axe up, except answering the door with an axe in my hand would probably not be the best. You know what I did a couple of years ago? I went to the dollar store and I bought this cheap ass plastic axe. And I thought, for next Halloween, I'm going to do a total spoof axe review video. And then I completely forgot about it. And I don't even know where the plastic cheap ass axe is. I was going to like try grinding it on my belt sander and everything. And I said, well, it's not great for sharpening. And I just totally forgot about it. Oh, Dr. Sharp is at work. Did we ever discuss what you do? Seems like you're working pretty late. I mean, St. Louis isn't that far behind me in terms of time. unless the doctor part of your username is Epic Truth. While preparing for Squirt the Second in December, we were going through, you can't say? Fair enough. We were going through all the baby clothes and we found this little thing. Because, of course, Cody was born the 1st of August. So, you know, she was this size at this time of year. The next one is being born in December, so we've got all this stuff that's going to be the right sizes, but are going to be too hot or cold, because the next kid's being born at the wrong point in the year. So we thought we were going to be able to save a whole bunch of money, and forget about it. Forget about it. No way. Life's going to get real expensive. God damn it. On the YouTubes, somebody today dropped a, Serge, you'll find this funny, somebody dropped a comment on episode 3 of the axe restore that we did for you. Serge is still here, right? And they said, just buy a Gransfors. I'm like, wow, I wish I made the kind of money where I could just buy a Gransfors, you know? Or should I say another Gransfors? But it's funny the comments that people leave sometimes. I mean, it wasn't meant in any bad way, I don't think. I mean, he's left comments before and they've been, you know, sometimes somebody's just trolling you and this guy isn't. It was just funny. Except, go buy yourself a Gransfors. Throw down $150 on an axe. Why not? Come on, you can do it, right? And the thing is, you know, there are still Gransfors axes that I would like to be buying, but I can't justify it. If I knew that I was going hunting this year, I would be able to justify in my mind getting that hunter's axe, because I want to try using that pole to bop the skin off a deer. I think that is a better way to do it in terms of not slicing away meat or wrecking the skin and stuff. I really want to give it a try, but you know, it's a big ticket item, right? It's definitely not their cheapest axe. And I can't figure out how they price their axes sometimes, because you know, small forest axes, what is it right now? Whatever. Let's call it 189. Or I could just go to oh crap. The wife wants a picture of the cauldrons. I hope I don't lose you guys. Just give me 1 second here, okay? Let me know if I'm about to lose you guys. Okay. So, where was I? Did I lose you guys there? Let me get back to the live streaming. Yeah, I sure did. Sorry, guys. Sorry. 90 degrees west. I don't know where I am in terms of actual degrees. Did I hear? Just making me see. Okay, there are some kids coming. Yeah, you know how like the small forest axe is whatever, 160, 170, and then that tiny little carving axe is way more expensive. You know, and it's small. I wonder if it's like they only make 15 of those per 50 of the small forest or something. It's got to be something like that, because I love the looks of that tiny little carving axe, but it's expensive by like $20 or something, you know. But I kind of, if I'm gonna spend big money on an axe, I kind of want to bump it up to a Liam Hoffman or the carving axe by Yulia Kaltov, or something by Toronto Blacksmith. You know, I feel that supporting these little 1 or 2 person shops is kind of where I want to be. But we are talking about some money at that point, though. you know, because we're talking like 200 and something to a 250 or whatever American, which once you get to the Canadian peso is a lot of freaking money. I was sure there were kids coming, but I didn't, like, they were over there. Maybe they got scared off of my house because of my obviously terrifying demeanor. You know, it's hard being this big a badass, I gotta tell you guys. It really is. I'm gonna open the door and see if anyone's coming. Oh, I know what it was. It was the neighbors going out. Here's the thing. In my neighborhood, about 4 blocks east of here, it's a very affluent neighborhood. The kind of neighborhood that when I had my old 98 Camry, driving through the neighborhood just kind of made me aware of my place in life. But they go all out for Halloween, man. They just, decorations everywhere, candies by the ton. That's TONNE, right? Metric tons, big tons. You know, speakers hidden under the bushes and blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't want to put my speakers outside today because it's raining. But yeah, so the neighbors were probably heading out that way and jumped in their car and went over. I'm eating rockets again, guys. How come no one's saying anything? What's up with you guys not saying anything? The thing about rockets is they are nothing but powdered sugar. Like, you can't even pretend that they're not terrible for you. But they're so good. Yeah. Hey, Serge. How much action do you guys get around your house on Halloween? But it doesn't suck in my house or anything around here, but it ain't like in some of the neighborhoods I grew up in, where there was like 1 million kids, you know, and people giving out great stuff. And it's funny because when I lived in much poorer neighborhoods, because I grew up in some really crappy freaking neighborhoods, guys, and when I lived in those really poor neighborhoods, people went out a lot more for Halloween than in this kind of neighborhood. I don't mean went out like, well, yeah, I mean in both ways. Like, people were giving out candies everywhere, like the entire neighborhood. Everyone's kids were out, and of course everyone knew each other, so they're yapping. I just don't get it. Hey, Awkward Screws here. How's it going? Savs, your door hasn't stopped ringing since you got on. Well, that's good. I like the sound of your neighborhood then. Awkward, I'm giving out candies. I figured since I'm not sitting at my daughter's karate class right now when I'm actually home, and I can't really do anything because I'm waiting for the door to ring, I figured I would regale you guys with some utter nonsense. Because nonsense is what I'm best at. It's funny because it's true. Think the candies? Well, I've been making use of them, but I got Rockets and Starbursts, or whatever they're called. Mars bars and M&Ms. Smarties, Arrows, Kit Kats, eyeballs, pumpkins, and a whole bunch of fruity things. Oh, there's a Wunderbar, which I now have to taste, of course. Yeah, come on over. I got plenty of candies. Oh, Sabs, you were waiting an hour? Well, here's the thing. Here's the magic. It took me forever to get home from work. So by the time I got home, the first visitors had already been. My girls were aching to get out the door. Exactly. Taste test time. Oh, you guys pre-bagged them all? Not a bad concept. with Wonder Bar is it tends to glow your mouth up a little. Just a little bit. Awkward, are you giving out candies right now? It seems that Sash and I are the only ones. Gotta test the merch. Oh, I'm all stuck up because of that Wonder Bar. Is anyone coming down my street? Also, as I was saying, Awkward, you before you came on, because of all this road work, I think people may think that there's no one here. Oh no! Sorry, I'll tighten that up. But you know. Oh, you have a couple more hours? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, it's nice and cold outside. I like it. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. No, the rain definitely ain't helping. Definitely not. It's pretty deserted out there. Rain, road work. The thing is, the whole city is road work. If I showed you guys a map of how much of this city was blocked off and detours and garbage, you wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't believe it. You would absolutely not believe it. Somewhere there's a map of Montreal road work, and it's just crazy. I'm seeing if I can find it. Map of Montreal road work. No, come on. Quebec 511, road network conditions. I just need Montreal. No, I want the map. Come on, show me the map. Wow, that's a long list. Because you guys would be shocked. Map. No, it's not going to show it to me. Why you gotta be like that, guys? Why you gotta be like that, right? Jeez. Oh well, forget about it. Sounds like Portland, Oregon. Always road construction, yeah. It drives me crazy, especially because like they're closing off really big sections. The entire main highway system down along, which you guys don't know about, the 20, what they call the Ville Marie Expressway, which goes the whole length of the island, is being knocked down and redone. So that's a long-term project, but there's also like here it's all pipes being, you know, the water mains are all breaking because they just let them all go until they suddenly have to change everything all at once because it's all the same age and they're all cracking to pieces and wrecking stuff, you know. It makes me just a little crazy. Do you know that of which I speak? No, I thought I would have a map, but all it is lists. You guys are really... To hell with you, Quebec 511. Right? Right. Take that. Take that is what I say. Yeah, it's living surrounded by orange as well. Yeah, it's just everything, man. It just drives me crazy, you know. Government is government everywhere, especially in a province as corruption friendly as Quebec. Did he say it? Oh yeah, he said it. Sour Patch Kids. Man, I can hear myself getting fatter. But you know, there ain't no trick-or-treaters coming to the door. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? You guys watch the video my self-reliance put out today? Oh, those are sour. About his log building tools. Because you know he's building another log cabin for his bathhouse, eh? Oh, awkward, you drive a lot for your job? You'd hate that around here, well, or Portland. Oh, so good and sour. It's alright, doctor. I was just complaining about the traffic conditions here. As every Montrealer does these days. My mom doesn't even drive and she complains about the traffic conditions. So sour. I love it. What'd you guys think of that live stream last night, eh? That one was fun. I mean, okay, there were long periods of, you know, we were just sharpening and ignoring you guys, but I thought that was a pretty good, yeah, I also wish I had all of Sean James's tools. Absolutely. I agree completely. He deserves his stuff, though. You know, I mean, some of that stuff he's been buying for a long time. And I recognize some of it as Lee Valley. Like the slick he's got, and I'm pretty sure that's the Lee Valley slick. Come on, man, come to my door. I want to give away candies, man. I've even got like a black light up on the above the. Hold on, guys. I gotta plug in because otherwise, is that gonna work? Hold on, just let me test. That did not work. Let me press the button. Nope, not working. Okay, one more time. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I had to plug in, but my phone is getting real old, so sometimes it takes a certain amount of futzing around to get it to work. Sal, you missed half the live stream? What the hell, man? What's up with you missing half my live streams? You're cutting me deep here, man. Deep. What the hell is this? What's an owl? I'm guessing this got made at school. Because owls are scary and Halloween-y, right? Kids, yeah, that makes sense, yep. Yep. I understand completely. What am I going to eat next? Starburst? No. More Maynards? No. Mars bar? I haven't had a Mars bar yet. No, well, sometimes they sleep. Definitely wouldn't be sleeping after one of these. Fun sized. Oh, stupid. It's no fun to have 2 bites and it's gone. This makes no sense. By fun, they mean no fun. Here's a chocolate bar. No, just kidding. Here's half a chocolate bar. Makes no sense. If someone doesn't come to my damn door soon, I'm gonna die of a coronary for all the sugar I've been eating. Come on, kids. I love kids. That may not have been a truthful statement on my part. Serge's kids tend to be sleepless on Tuesdays. Oh, is that karate night? Because Camille's karate on Mondays and Wednesdays, and it's pretty tough to get her to bed after, you know, like 3 days ago, I called Camille down to get ready for school, I think. And I go in here to like look at boots and get her bags and stuff ready. And she comes down and the lights are all kind of still dim. And so she comes, dun, 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 dun. And just as she gets here, I say, "Hey, Squirt," and I scared her. And she goes, "Oh," and gets like right into the like defensive posture, like without even thinking about it. So I guess the class is paying for itself. Amanda's chooses for karate. Can you say I love kids with a witch's voice? I have no idea what a witch sounds like. I can say it sardonically because that's how I feel about it. Muscle memory, yeah. It was really funny. It was like, whoa! It's okay, kid. It's just me. Daddy, you scared me. It's cute. It was cute. When she got her red white belt with a red stripe on it, it's like the second level. She was so proud. She made me take pictures and send them to Grandma and Grandpa. Oh, come on. I'm not even drinking beer. Oh, you're a martial arts teacher? Awkward. What do you teach? Oh, that's good news, Sash. Hey, you know what? You always preach muscle memory? Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right about that, Awkward. I think that's why they do, you know, the repetition just helps to build up muscle memory. By the way, if I suddenly disappear on you, it's because the plug has decided to stop working and my phone dies. Okay? Hapkido? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. In this neighborhood, there's Taekwondo everywhere. It's a heavily Korean neighborhood. It's not only heavily Korean, it's also heavily Russian / Ukrainian, but I mean, there's a lot of Ukrainians. Like enough that in a 3-block stretch of the street down there, there's a bunch of Korean restaurants, which is fabulous. Outdoor Dauber, how's it going? Anyway, so like, just down the street there's, you know, Taekwondo. A block over there's Taekwondo. Down where Camille does karate, there's Taekwondo. And then there's karate, which is where she goes. I thought there was a kung fu, but I don't know. And there's another karate somewhere, but like it's heavy on the Taekwondo. Oh, Hapkido is the Korean version of Aikido. Okay. When I was in Cégep, Cégep is college between university and high school. I had a friend who went heavily into Aikido. Yeah, outdoor. Here's the deal. Usually Camille's at karate. Well, Camille and I are at karate on Wednesdays. She's out getting candied up. I'm here handing out candies. So I figured, hey, I'm trapped by the door, so why not talk with my boys? Right? I think it's a good idea. And as a bonus, I'm eating so much candy that by the time my girls get home, I'm going to be vibrating. So I just drink tea, because the caffeine will calm me down, of course. What? And I was talking about, someone had made a comment on episode 3 of right, start again. Somebody had left a comment on episode 3 of the Axe Restore series that Serge and I did, telling yourself to just buy transfers. And I was, yeah, awkward, that makes sense, absolutely. It's all the same theory. It's all defense, it's all, so yeah, this person said, dude, just buy a transfers. I just thought, wow, I envy someone who is financially free enough to just buy a transfers, you know? Just pick up 2. You should always have a backup, right? Oh, you just got back from hunting? Did you get anything? Did you bag anything? Do you got pictures? Did you get anything? You can send me some meat? Yeah? Just kidding. Good. Couldn't see that getting across the border. Although, yeah, I was surprised that when Hamza sent me that box of goodies, that those walnuts made it across the border. Like, I figured they would get stopped. Like the, oh, come on, stop it. Excuse me, guys. That's 2. Sure. Get on up here and we'll re-half the true temper. What the hell was I about to say? What was I going to say? Somebody left rockets on the stairs, which means that I have to eat them. Hey, Hamza's here. I was just talking about you. I was saying how I was surprised that our border people let those walnuts cross the border. Because like the harissa, it's you know it's a product, so no problem. But I just always assume that like raw food will never get across the border. Nuts, fruit obviously won't. Meat, no way. No deer. Oh, it's too bad. Anyways, I've been eating those walnuts, Hamza, and my daughter's been eating them too, which is nice because she tends not to like nuts, but she's been breaking them and eating them, so it's good. I do not look like I'm on speed. I'm starting to feel like I am though. Wow. Sugar and caffeine. Ah, I'm out of tea. That's no fun. So yeah, just buy another grounds first. Why not? Yep, all candied up. Oh. I feel my skin's crawling. I've had a lot of sugar here, guys. And no one's coming to my door. I don't get this, man. Come on, I want to give away these candies. I think there is somebody coming. I'll just close the door a little bit so that I can hear them coming. Sorry, I'm just seeing if they're actually coming or not. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think they're gonna come. It's like one person, one kid and her mom or some damn thing. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Hey, Serge. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I feel like I should know this. Oh, you guys are funny. You guys are real funny. Hi. Got a bag there?
Huh?
Oh, no bag? Alright. Yeah, wait, hold on. One more. There you go. The kid didn't have a bag. He's like, please sir, can I have some more? I'd like another. So what's that film? Outdoor? What is that movie? I should bring over a stool. I'm gonna get a stool. Okay. Oh. Okay. Talladega Nights, okay. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Funny thing, because the feed is heavily delayed from what I'm actually seeing on the camera. On the screen, I just saw my front door open and I was like, what? I got all creepy for a second there. I was like, oh wait, but it's me opening the door. It's not funny. It was creepy. Had a private message. I'm not entirely sure. Hold on. Are you on Facebook, Dr. Sharp? Yeah, maybe a little sugar overload. Here. There you go. Here's my email. Yeah, that's well and truly finished. It's too bad. Stay away from the chocolate. Okay, leave it alone. But yeah. You only had 7? You only had 7 candies? Sash, man. I've got to be up to like 12 at this point. You gotta catch up. You gotta catch up. Can't let me eat candies alone, man. Everything tastes better when it's shared. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any of the messages. Yeah, we're good. We're good. But yeah, so that's, I don't remember what I was talking about. Candy retracted? How did I miss that? What the hell was I talking about? Jacked up a Mountain Dew. Just buy another Grants first. Restoring Outdoors Axe. Oh, thanks, Hamida. Happy Halloween to you. I guess you don't really do a Halloween, eh? I used to live in a I used to live in a I used to live in a very immigrant intensive neighborhood, and many of these people came from places where there was no Halloween, so we would be going around like I was a kid. We'd be going around trick or treat, and some of these people had no idea what we were doing, and they were looking at us like, what's going on here? And as a kid, I just got frustrated with that. Like, how can you not know this? But now I'm sort of like, I feel bad for having been so grumpy about it. Like, why would they know? You know? Oh, Joe, you don't need a short link. You can just slap a full one on, full length one. Do you need a short link? I have Ghost Riders in the Sky in my head, the Johnny Cash version, and I've had it in my head for a long time. And before that, I had Rhinestone Cowboy stuck in my head, and that's not a song that I love. I gotta tell you, I have no problem with Glenn Campbell, generally, but Rhinestone Cowboy, whew, it's not what I would call a fantabulous song. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping an eye on the messages. You see what I did there, Doctor? But yeah, I was about to say something fantabulous, but I don't know. I don't remember. Interesting thing, Outdoor tried to show me something last night and then this morning, and it never showed up in my texts. So I'm wondering what's going on with the digital life. How come stuff ain't working? You know what? Booyah. Oh no, low battery again. Come on, man. I plugged you in for a reason. Hey, what if I do this? Plug it into my computer. I don't know if it'll power. I may lose you guys for a second. I'm just gonna see if the battery is powering up now, okay? I'll go black for like a second and a half. More like 3 seconds. Lord, a compromising, a road to the horizon. I'm just a rhinestone cowboy. I'm gonna find another cable. because it might be that the cable is broken or not working. Some damn thing. Or some damn thing. Okay, where am I gonna find a cable? That is the wrong kind of cable. Let us go into the dank darkness of the downstairs. Do I have a cable down here? Yes, I do. Let's see if this one's gonna work for me. Oh, I'm getting too old for them stairs, know what I'm saying? Too old. Stairs. Come on, kids, come to my damn door. Oh, where did I put my battery pack? You know, I'll tell you something for free. No, my signal is starting to go down. Sorry, guys. Moving around too much. Gonna kill my signal. Let's see. Boom. Gonna go black for one more minute just to see. Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. I'm back in business. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Outdoor has wasn't 23 seconds, was it? Well, whatevs. I like my new hat, guys. I'm pretty happy about it. Thanks for witch warning. There we go. Yeah, I think this phone, what I've got, especially if I'm doing anything screen or camera intensive, it really sucks the power. Yeah. You know? Don't watch it if you're easily offended. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll watch it later with headphones on. If this is going to make me puke, I'm going to be so angry at you. Oh, it's too hot for a hat. I'm very happy about this hat, though. Very happy about the hat. Thanks, Hamza. Very stylish. Yeah, I know, Sash. I picked up on that after I sort of course. Yeah, I like the hat. Rockets! Rockets. Candy. Candies. Nothing but sugar. Nothing but sugar here. Whew. It's a self-control thing. Which is the problem. Yeah, wasn't it awkward? I love that spoon. I put it in the kitchen. I think we're going to use it for like as a salt spoon or something. And also, olive wood is one of my favorite woods. It's alright, Sash. Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything interesting anyway. I do think I hear someone coming to the door. Oh, I thought that was Camille. I was like, oh god, the missus is home. I gotta shut this off. Hello.
I to go to.
Okay.
Oh.
Voilà. Oh. Ok, mais attends 2 secondes.
Okay. We get those soda candies. I love those.
You love those?
Pumpkin candies.
There we go. And oh, I've only got 3 here, so there. There you go.
Thanks.
No problem.
Thanks.
Bye bye. Happy small children. Small happy children. Happy children full of sugar. Hello, children. Those were actually the neighbor's kids. One was dressed as Harley Quinn, which is troubling because she's like 4. The other one was like a pumpkin. Yeah. Nah. Yuck. These are made by Laura Secord. That's a premium freaking chocolate company. And that tastes like the kind of thing you get at a dollar store. I'm not happy with that. Which is why I have to reset my palate with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Oh, doctor, you missed the spoon? Hold on. Give me a second, I'll go and get it. I'll go and get it. Talk amongst yourself. Watch yourself outdoor. Boom. Nice, right? Olive wood. Hamza, you said you make these for your kids? What's the oil you used on it? That's true, I'm getting even for what they're doing to my kid. Is this like mineral oil on this spoon, Hamza? I love olive wood. Can't eat olives, but I do love the wood. Look at that. Look at that. You can't beat olive wood, man. The thing that, linseed oil, okay. The item that introduced me to olive wood was the top of the bass guitar played by Richard Bona. He's one of my favorite bass players. He's an African jazz bass player. And he plays a 5-string Fodera with an olive wood top. I'm putting his name in the little chat there. I YouTube him a lot. I watch his stuff a lot, and the sound of his bass is spectacular. And I was like, what is the wood on that bass? Hold on. Richard Bona is a Cameroonian Grammy award-winning blah blah blah, and his bass is gorgeous. You know what? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna find you guys something. You know what I'm saying? There's something. I don't know what even that means. Richard Bona. Richard Bona. Whoops. Some of these videos are spectacular, but hold on. Because he is worth watching, man. He is. Jeez. I'm looking for like a video that's not too kind of jazzy. Oh, hold on, guys. Hello. Whoa, Darth Vader. Just 1 second. Okay. There you go. Bye-bye. Oh, all right. See you later, Serge. Where was I? I don't remember. That kid was shy, man. He was all dressed up as Darth Vader, and he was like, you know when a kid is like forcing themselves to say trick or treat, but they're not so great with other people? That was one of them. Yeah, that's a dense wood, all right, Hamza. It's a dense. Let me do the little sharing, little copying of the linkage. Just gonna drop that right in there. See you later, Serge. Anyways, if you guys are into like African and jazz and stuff, that's a good link. Richard Bona's bass sounds good, looks spectacular. If I had the money to order Fodera, I would order a different bass, but one very similar in terms of wood and preamps to that one. Yeah, yeah, I think it might be outdoor. It's definitely a different kind of live stream than I usually do, eh? I'm just making sure, yeah, the girls aren't home yet. When the girls get home, I'll cut it short, and if I don't lose the battery before, you know. Want another look? So heavy for such a small spoon. I work in birch, okay? It's not nearly as dense or heavy as this. I am impressed by... Do you have that Mora carving knife, Hamza? Is that what you use? That's what I use, but I don't know what... I've never actually seen you carve, so I don't know what you use. Hey, outdoor, you gotta watch yourself, man, because I've got a temper. I will get angry. I will rain fire down. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling. Okay. Yeah. And running around, yeah. You used an Opinel number 8 for this? Wow, because that's a thin blade, man. I do love the Opinel number 8. That's a classic French knife. That is I've got a couple of them, and you can never have too many Opinel number 8s. That's like the French-speaking world's take on the Mora, I think. You know, cheap and they're everywhere. Yeah, okay, outdoor. That's enough out of your keyboard. What? Oh, come on, sinuses. What is this? Oh, never mind. Where was I? Yeah, the Opinels, yeah. All right, see you later, doctor. Hamza, what did you use for the bowl part? That's a really nice bowl. Did you just like grind at it with sandpaper or what? A cans bowl, yeah? Awkward. What would you use it for? Why a cans bowl? Like, is she outdoorsy? My wife's not outdoorsy. She'll go camping and stuff, glamping, but I mean, you know, she has no need for fancy knives or anything like that. Just sanding? Holy crap, dude. Wow. Camping and fire starting, yeah. One morning, when we were in up in the Boreal, we did the video on the Boreal. Hold on. Sorry, the wife is contacting me. One morning, I got up a little later, and the wife and Camille had started the fire together. The wife, because Camille knows how to do a fire, so the wife had Camille show her how to do it, and they worked together and they started the fire. And man, they were so proud of themselves. Camping and fire starting, okay. Yeah, I don't have a cans bowl. I'm kind of the opinion that I'm getting too many knives. like, you know how I keep saying that I'm not a collector, it's got to get used or it's got to move on. So I'm gonna take a look at some of my cheaper. I've got a bunch of Moras. I have one that I'm saving for a giveaway. I've been planning a giveaway for my my 5,000th subscriber, but it's how do I say this? 2018 has not been what I was hoping on any level. But yeah, so I've got like I've got a really cool little Mora. It's not that small, but it's a real basic one as part of the box of stuff I have to give away for my whatever is, like, maybe I'll set my goalpost at 3,000 instead of 5,000. You know, because maybe I can get to 3,000 this year, maybe. You know, YouTube is a dream catcher, especially now, man. I can't believe it. I went into 2018. The first day of 2018, I subscribed to a music service. You know, I bought myself a new camera. I was like, I threw all this money in, and then got demonetized for not having whatever it is, 4,000 hours. You know, it's like Yes, it is definitely empowering to be able to start a fire. You're absolutely right, man. When my girl starts a fire, there's a whole different glow around her. You know, when she's having a real hard time with it, like I can see frustration building. But when one goes, she's really happy about it. All right, Outdoor. See you later. Have a good one, sir. Have a good one. But yeah. So yeah, like YouTube, really, they're really irritating me right now. You know, but whatevs. Man, I've got a lot of candies still, and it's getting late. I don't think I'm gonna get many more kids. Like, I've got a pile of candies here. There's only one thing to do. Wonder Bar. Awkward, I think I've asked you this. Do you have a channel? Let me see. You have a channel with one video on it. Okay. Stanley. Hey. Welcome to the completely unplanned live stream. We usually do it on Tuesday nights. Oh, Awkward, you're more of an audio guy? Okay. Alright, I get that. I've been struggling to lay down a good drum part for a song that I sort of have in my head. Because I'm in a band that doesn't have a drummer, I've been using GarageBand to sort of lay down a drum line, but I find it really hard to sort of, when you're using loops and stuff, like, you know, the kids coming up, they're all about the loops. They can turn a loop library into their biznatch and do whatever they want. I have a really hard time with viewing music that way. So I'm having a rough time with it. But, you know. Stanley, what we were just talking about was Mora knives. Earlier we were talking about axes. Are you bushcrafty? Yeah, it's a challenge, Awkward. Sure is. But I want to get it done, you know. What kind of stuff do you do, Stanley? Do you have a SoundCloud or something, Awkward? I remember in still no kids, man. What's up with this? What is up with this? I got candies to give away. I'm trying to give stuff away. Awkward. Drop me a note with your SoundCloud, or do the usual thing like put a SoundCloud space bracket, write the word dot bracket com slash. Sometimes that can get past the YouTube censors. Damn it. I keep thinking that when my channel is remonetized and I get my stuff together and it's sort of, there's a little money moving around, I think I'd like to start up another podcast. I used to do a science podcast with a friend of mine who was in physics at Harvard at the time. That was good times. We were learning a lot about audio, because when I was in school, I went to film school, as some of you know. So I did like a film class, TV, production, video, they called it. Then there was sound, PR. Communications is the name of the program. But I went into the film production stream. And I went to school far enough back that cutting and splicing happened with a razor blade and Scotch tape. So, and in audio class it was the same thing, big spools of tape. So when we were doing this podcast, this audio podcast, I was frustrated because I was like, I know audio. I went to school for this. But when the technology makes that kind of a quantum leap, you're just a beginner again. You don't know anything, So it was really it was a fun learning experience, And I'd like to at some point be making a podcast as a companion to this channel. But that's the kind of stuff that I got to hit a couple of goalposts, in terms of numbers of subs and stuff like that. SoundCloud.com/awkwardscrew. Excuse me while I take that and do that so that I don't lose it when I close down the live stream. Boom, boom. Trying to find the live dashboard again. Okay. Your brother is working on a space adventure vlog concept. I would check that out. I would definitely check that out. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of outdoors podcasts lately. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to see if the girls are coming home, because when they come home I'm going to shut this off. Because as you guys know, the wife can't be on screen. I've been listening to a lot of outdoors podcasts lately. The Paul Kirtley one is really good. Like, he's got some production value to his. Some of the others are big on information and low on production values. All right, good night, Hamza. See you later. Have a good night. I'll see you next Tuesday. And I think that okay. Hold on. There. Ha! Mute that. Yeah, so I'd like to bring a certain production value to my outdoors podcast. I'd like to do some interviews and stuff, but this is all stuff that I had planned. Like, I set up a Patreon page, but I haven't really thrown any work behind it, because I feel that it's ridiculous to do it at this number of subs. But it's the kind of thing that I have set as one of my goals, my Patreon goals, you know. But awkward. Tell us all what's the conceit of the show that you're working on, or the project you're working on. What kind of thing is it? Because I'm not gonna check it out while I'm doing the live stream, because sound. But I'm gonna definitely I'll check it out, because I want to know what people are doing. I find, you know, when you get to like the online world where it's not all establishment production companies, I find that there's some really exciting stuff going on, you know. And whenever someone who's like a YouTuber or something gets picked up by a TV station or something, like, it changes everything, you know. Like, I went to school to make movies and blah, but what I like about, you know, it's funny, on my vlog, which is completely dormant right now, but on my vlog, I did an episode on this, on how what I like about YouTube is the immediacy of, I record something and I give it to you guys right away. There's no middlemen. You're not paying a bunch of insurance and catering and transportation and movie stars and blah and blah. It's just make something, spew it out there. You know, like, in some ways, Casey Neistat is the king of this stuff. You know, but I like how, you know, the storytelling is different on YouTube and in podcasts to a certain extent, but the differences between podcasts and radio are way slimmer, you know. All right, Stanley, we're Tuesdays. We're usually Tuesdays. I hope I get this out before he leaves. Oh, awkward. That sounds cool. Okay. I'd listen to that. Robin, who you met last night, and we had pitched the CBC on a radio show at one point, which we were... they didn't bite because it turned out that it was too similar to something they had already done in very broad strokes, but they invited us to submit something else, you know, like a different project. We never did. I think it's too bad. I think it would have been cool to be, you know, but at that point, you know, radio is where I wanted to be, you know. But I didn't go to school for radio, really. There's a radio school in Belleville, Ontario, and that's where all the people who are on-air personalities and stuff. But I didn't want to be like a DJ or an on-air personality, you know. I like storytelling. I went to school to write scripts, you know. But yeah, I like the online model much better than the traditional media model, even if traditional media is where, like, really all the money is. So I hadn't realized that Awkward Screw was not like your handle. It was, you know, your show or your project handle. I didn't know that. Yeah, I found that very interesting. Oh, okay. You found your way to sound effects through an attempt at making music. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. It's funny how that works, eh? Yeah. I want to do I mean, it's nice to have a band, but I got to translate my ideas to show the guys that we can do it, you know? Oh, you threw me a follow on Facebook? Okay, good. Cool. Is everyone following my Facebook? My Facebook? Is everyone following my Facebook? Let me just verificates. Okay. I won't use your name, but I think I see. I think I see who you are. There's a new follow on my page. Okay, live dashboard. Hey, my mom's here. Everyone, meet my mom. Well, a lot of you guys have met her before. Give me 1 second. You're releasing a teaser on November 20th? Okay. For land's sakes, keep me in the know on that. I'm so tired of not feeling well. Yeah, where was I? But yeah, it's interesting how that happens, eh? You get interested in music, realize that maybe it's not where your skills lie, so you move, but you discover sound effects. I like that. I was having this conversation with some friends about Doctor Who. Someone I know has never seen Doctor Who, and so people were suggesting, different ways for him to introduce himself to the Doctor, to the good Doctor. And well, one of the suggestions was to watch the modern ones first, and then go back. And I said, "Are you kidding me? Once you watch the new ones, you go back to like the Baker era, and the sound effects alone are going to put you off. You got to start." Awkward, can I show this? Can I show the URL you just posted? It's held for review. I'm thinking you're gonna let me show it. Okay. Boom. I gotta stop eating candies. Holy crap, I'm vibrating. Whoa. Woo! Oh. Okay. Okay. But anyway. To a certain extent, it's the same with me. Like, I decided I wanted to play guitar. That's why I started playing guitar. Wasn't very good at guitar, and then I walked into a bar where there was a show playing. Hello. Let's see. Let me see that bag. I'm not getting a lot of kids, so I'm gonna load you right up. Okay? Is that okay?
That's good.
All right. These are my favorites. I've been eating those all night, man.
I don't blame you.
Oh, I don't know what it is about them. There you go. Have a good night. Bye-bye. What was I saying? Yes, Mom, I know, I'm stopping. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I went into this show at this bar called Les Foufounes Electriques. They don't do shows anymore, which is too bad. But man, the sound guy was really on that night. So I walked in, and the bass player swung into a solo that just blew my brain right out my ears. And I was like, that's what I want to play. I think I was probably, 16? Because that's when I picked up the bass. Just, there's nothing like... Huh. Hello. Let's see, what do we got here? How many of you are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. Wait, hold on.
Is y'all cooking? Because it smells good around here.
There you go. Just 2 more of you. Take the chocolate bars, because I am chowing down on them like you little boy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Now people are starting to come. That's good. And I've given away a lot of the chocolate bars, which is also good. Because these stupid little eyeballs and pumpkins, they taste like crap. Oops. It's gross. An eyeball. Give me a break. But yeah, so yeah, I heard this guy just boom. I was like, I'm playing bass, and I pretty much have ever since. There were a lot of years where I didn't pick it up though. Like it just sat in the corner for a long time. The thing is, as when you're playing bass, it's really hard to do anything solo. You know, you're not pounding out the chords in the hallway at college or anything. You know, so if there's no band going on, it's really tough to keep it up. You know, to keep up the playing. But it's a great instrument. It's a really good instrument. God, look at all this stuff. I have so many M&Ms here. I'm gonna give at M&Ms the next bunch of kits I grab. I'm just moving these cauldrons around, make it a little less obvious when I'm reaching the different. Oh, you had numbness in your fret hand. Okay. I was taking fiddle for a while, but I got some wrist problems, and I couldn't get my hand into the right position, so it would always end up hurting after like a really small amount of time, so I gave up on fiddle. But numbness in your fretting hand, that can be a problem because you got to be able to feel where you're, you know, what you're fretting. Just keeping an eye out the door. I'm not eating these. I'm pouring them into the bowl so that I can just reach in. Mars bars, a little dabble, do ya? I don't know why I'm saying that. That makes no sense. But yes. So Serge and I are supposed to be, I don't want to say this. Let's just say I may have found a little piece of woods to shoot some videos in. I got to negotiate a few things, but yeah, that's the thing. No sense of touch. There's no stringed instruments happening. In fact, you probably have a hard time even with a keyboard with no sense of touch, even staring at it. You know? Yeah, I think I keep looking out the window to see if the girls are home. Yeah, you're right, because even when you're looking at it, if you can't feel it, you don't know what kind of pressure you're putting down. Especially, dude, if you're playing a bass, you got to be holding hard, you know? I just looked right there, even though the lens is right there. Because I'm a real pro on camera. Real pro. Yeah, when you're playing bass, you've really got to be, you know, hauling down hard on those strings. Yeah, you can't do it without a sense of feel. And do you have numbness in any other cases, or was it just while you were playing guitar? Oh, sinuses, sinuses. Why hast thou? That would have been weird. Was it, why hast thou forsaken me? Doesn't work though, because sinuses are plural. So why have you forsaken me? Such a nice little spoon. I can't stop picking it up and looking at it. I can't believe he made it with an Opinel number 8 and just sanded out the bowl part. Holy crap. Olive wood, guys. It's dense as hell. Like not maple dense. Oh, maybe it is maple dense actually. I've never tried to carve. I have some of this for knife scales. I've got 2 scales. I just haven't gotten around to making a knife for them. But I just love olive wood. It's really nice. I hear something happening. No, I thought kids were coming to my door, but they're not. Oh no, rheumatoid arthritis. I've got some sort of degenerative arthritis in my wrists, which is very much affecting my baron playing. Baron is like an Irish drum that you play with a 2-handed tipper. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep that up, that's for sure. But playing music is definitely a more painful experience than it was when I was in my 20s. In a big way. You know? Oh well, right? That's just the way that's the kind of hand we're given, I guess. But I'm not giving up easily on it, that's for sure. Especially because, like, if I stop being able to play, then I'm afraid that in my head I will also stop being able to swing an axe or carve a spoon, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's like in my head I can't give up. This bowl is also olive wood, now that we think on it. This bowl where I have my change. My pocket change. The change from my pocket. The change. Yeah, maybe we just shift our focus a little bit, you know? Yeah. It's tough to think on that though, right? Like, especially if you've been doing something long term, it's tough to change gears or change tracks. Like, without it feeling like a defeat. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the kind of thing that... I think I hear children outside. Let me take a look at the... There are definitely kids out there somewhere. I just want to make sure that the girls aren't home. No. Still no girls. Oh yeah, awkward. Sounds like you're going through a big life change right now. Yeah, those are both very, very dismal hands to be dealt. But I'm glad to hear that you're finding new things to do instead of just getting, you know, letting what I call the black dog bring you down. Because I will be honest with you, the black dog tears me down for long periods every year, you know. I keep trying to sort of not have that happen. Camille really helps for that. Not in any way that she's aware of. You know, she doesn't do it on purpose, but you know, she keeps me going sometimes. I mean, I don't mean to make it sound like I spend my entire life like, oh, the pain of living, but there are some rough days out there, you know, as I'm sure there are for most people, if not everyone. Like, there are some people who always seem happy, you know, and every now and again you sort of get an inkling that they're not actually always as happy as they come across, but they'll never show you. I often wonder how healthy that is. Especially because we're not up here, maybe not so much, but especially you guys in the States, there's this real cult of the positive thinking, you know? Everything's fabulous. And it's like, you kind of get to feeling like you can't have a bad day, you know? Let me have a bad day. Let me wallow in a bad day. Because you know what? If I'm allowed to wallow in a bad day, the next day I'm not going to be so bad because I won't have been covering up for the wallowing that I really wanted to be doing yesterday. It drives me crazy when, like, someone's having a bad day and everyone around them is just cheer up. Just cheer up. Well, you know what? Boom, to just cheer up. No freaking way. You know, if you're not going to be helpful, then just let that person feel the way they feel for the day or an hour. Or an hour. I hate how we force each other to feel cheerful all the time. It drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely nuts. You know? Exactly. Thank you, Awkward. It's good to let yourself have a bad day every now and again. And I find that the black dog is not nearly as powerful when I sit back and let myself wallow in a garbage day instead of pretending to be great, you know? Oh, did you have one yesterday? Yeah. How bad was it? Then you found it, exactly, because you allowed yourself to feel like crap for a while. And sometimes I'm surrounded by people who are afraid to not be cheerful and happy. Give me a break. piss off and have a bad day every now and again. You know? I wish the stool was taller so that sitting on it wouldn't almost take out of the out of the picture. I gotta bring it over. I'll kneel on it. Oh, I'm so much older than I used to be, guys. Blade 2. You know what? I don't even remember Blade 2. I watched the first Blade and I actually quite liked it. I found like that sword he had was stylish. I thought it was an enjoyable film. I don't know if I think I must have watched 2. I think 3 was when I sort of gave up. I hear kids. Hello. Oh, you don't have a lot in there. Tell you what, here. Hold on, I got more. Look, there's no one coming to my door, so.
Yeah, I'm always there.
I was gonna say, let's take advantage, right? There you go.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's the thing. They're entertaining, and you know, it's funny. I had to unlearn certain things after film school, okay? Because I came out of university an utter entertainment snob. Not because university is bad for you, but because you spend 4 or 5 years learning what it takes to make a good movie or a good TV or a good whatever. Honing your craft. And what film school doesn't do very well, or some of them maybe do. I did freeze, eh? Am I okay now? But a lot of people who came out of film school at the same era as I did, okay, were not really taught was how films don't always have to be beautifully written. I don't know, Mom. I'm not having a lot of people come to my door because of the work outside and the this and the that. A couple of the guys who were on earlier were giving out candies and then got off when their kids came home. But like, so you come out of school having honed your craft for like a half decade, and you expect that everyone who's making money doing this is doing the same thing. But the thing is, Blade didn't have to be a beautifully written auteur piece, because that's not the market it was going for. It had to be entertaining, it had to be action-packed, it had to be full of beautiful people. Done. You know? And so it took me a while to come back around to just being able to turn my brain off and enjoy an action movie or something. And I still don't love a bunch of action films. Dude, if I'm watching I turned something on Netflix the other night. It was called Scorched Earth. Okay, it was like post-apocalyptic. That's my jam. It's about like a bounty hunter. Like, okay, that's cool. But it was just so second rate that after 25 minutes I just forgot about it. Because there's a difference between like a silly action film or one where you just suspend your disbelief and something badly done, badly made. You know? Hello. Okay, what do you got? Some for you. Some for you. I'll leave a pass in. They do? Okay. J'ai d'autres affaires. Voilà. Bye bye. Yes. Yes. Good. Good. More candies given away. Good. Less candies that I'm eating. Also good. Because holy crap. Yeah. What I would love to, if I won like 30 million bucks and became like a big deal, I would love to do a movie about someone who, like, I don't know about survivalist or anything, but I'd love to do a movie about someone kind of Ray Mearsy, where all the bushcraft in it is real, where the actor I hire has to either A, know how to do this stuff, or B, learn it good enough to look like a natural doing it. And it wouldn't be the main part of the film, but it would start the way some of my videos start, right? Close up, piece of birch, poof, axe comes through, splits it in half, you know? Hand grabs the wood, throws it into a pile. Close up on another piece, tuck, 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 bam. Big knife, batoning down like some pencil, you know? Bunch of close-ups on stuff like that. You don't see the person's face. Putting, you know, a fire lay together. You know, close up on some dirty freaking hands. Like, not dirty as in an unclean person, but dirty from like dealing in, you know, holding char cloth and stuff on a piece of flint. Chuck! Like, slow motion. Shower of sparks. Lights the char cloth. It'll probably take about 30 takes, right? And then close up of, like, just the bird's nest with it in. Not on their face, okay? Comes to a flame. And then skip to a fire burning. Okay, it's night, and then you pan up to the person's face flickering in the firelight. That's the way I would start the movie. It's not, you know, the movie isn't about the bushcraft, but it starts with an actual display of skills.
Trick or treat!
Hey! Oh, the girls are home. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Camille, you want to say hi?
Hi!